I've been in the John Wayne Airport a couple of times now, but never have I seen this. The man himself in a big statue. Juveville, Atlanta. It was awesome. Wait till you see our ride to the airport. Ding! Blue School.
She's
Here we are.
Here we are.
On the bus.
That's a speed.
We are, we are on the highway. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. What's shakin' bacons? I got an email from Christine this week. She said, "Dear Emily, I just returned home from a conference, very excited about my faith, but I have already started to feel lonely. My friends don't really care about faith, and I just don't feel like there's anyone around to share my faith with. Have you ever felt lonely in your faith? What do I do?" Well, Christine, I have been there before. It's a huge struggle to live as a person of faith, as I've talked about on this channel many times before, to be a young woman of faith, because the majority, it feels like, of people, especially young people, are not living any faith at all or don't care, and are confused as to why we choose to live our faith or why we're excited when we come home from a conference, etc., etc. So have I ever felt lonely in my faith? Absolutely. I felt lonely in high school. You know, going to mass on Sundays, I was like one of my only friends who did, and I would go to Christian concerts and things like that, and people would poke fun at me and things like that, so I kind of felt lonely in high school, and then it got much worse in college. I shared a little bit a couple of vlogs ago about the struggle that I had in college. My camera just totally fell over. So where was I? Ultimately, in college, it was just a really lonely time. I felt like no one understood, no one cared. Like I didn't know who to share my faith with, or like who to talk to about it, or who to, you know, connect with on something that was so important to me. How did I navigate feeling lonely in my faith? One of the most important things was for me to get plugged in and connected to people who did care. Were they hard to find? Absolutely. Were they worthwhile to find? Yes. So when I was in college, I struggled, and then I went to the Newman Center, which is the Catholic University Center on campus, and I found people who were as excited about their faith as I was, who wanted to grow, who wanted to learn, and there were nights of worship and all different kinds of events that they had that I could get plugged into that would help me feel like I wasn't doing this whole thing alone, that I wasn't the only one, that I didn't have to fight the battle of, you know, trying to be a young woman of virtue in the world by myself. These days, we have more ways. What wasn't available to me was the amazing communities, especially that we have online now, that are open for us as young people to get connected to. When I was in high school, like the internet was AIM and, you know, away messages and things for all you out there who did AIM. But so I didn't have a way to get like plugged into Catholic communities online when I was in high school. And in college, it wasn't really a thing as much as it is today either. There's so many resources online and ways you can get connected to people to not feel so alone. If you are a woman, one of my favorites is Blessed Is She, which is an organization, a group of Catholic women that I write for, who send daily devotionals to your phone, but also who have communities on Facebook where women across the world can share their faith together and can post and say like, hey, this is what I'm going through. Will you pray for me? Or just needing encouragement or love or the sense of community. So many women are getting connected there in community. Your school or your parish quite likely, hopefully, has small groups or other groups that you can get plugged into, but it takes a great amount of seeking those things out yourself. When we are lonely, we can do something about that by going to our parish or to our school to find a group that we can get connected to. Because when I was in college and I was feeling lonely, I could have just sat in my dorm room forever and been like, I'm so lonely, it's just me and I'm just trying to navigate this myself. Or I could have done what I did and said, you know what, I'm feeling super lonely in my faith and I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to go look for people who I can connect on this level with, because they certainly were out there. Does it just feel like a desert sometimes to be a young person of faith? Absolutely. Sometimes when we go out to find friends we can connect with, it is very, very hard and it takes time. But is it something that's worth putting time and effort into? Absolutely. Because sometimes it takes a while, but then you find the right group of people or the right friends, and you think like, wow, like these people were totally worth being proactive to find. Like, I'm so glad I plugged in. I don't feel as lonely anymore. Community is so important in our walk with faith. When we don't have that, it is very, very easy to feel like you are wandering around in a desert alone, just you and the Lord, just trying to navigate it by yourself. You don't have to do that. So, Christine, keep that heart up. I've been there. I totally know what you're going through. Know that I'm over here supporting and loving you. You are not alone on your journey. I am walking along the journey with you, as well as so many other women, men, young people around the world. Know that in your loneliness, above all, that God is with you. God is someone you can depend on and lean on, and just go to during any time in the world where you may feel abandoned and lonely and lost and tired and alone. So turn to Him, go get connected, be proactive, and know that I am praying for you, and I just support you, and I can so commiserate with you. So get out there. There are people who want to connect with you. Know that I'm praying for you. Lots of love. See you next time. Bye.